Hey there, Marvel aficionados! Welcome back to our channel, where we delve deep into the Marvel Universe to uncover the hidden gems and nuanced stories that even the most seasoned fans might have missed. If you think you know everything there is to know about your favorite heroes, think again. Today, we're unraveling 10 fascinating facts about Marvel superheroes that will challenge your knowledge and maybe even change the way you see these iconic characters. We're not just talking surface-level trivia. We're diving into the technical intricacies, the untold origins, and the groundbreaking moments that have shaped the Marvel narrative over the decades. So grab your vibranium shields and sling rings, because this is going to be one epic journey through comic book history. Ready to explore the depths of Marvel lore? Let's get started. The original Human Torch. First up, let's talk about Marvel's very first superhero, the Human Torch. But we're not discussing Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four. We're delving into the original Human Torch, Jim Hammond, an android who debuted in Marvel Comics #1 back in 1939. Created by Carl Burgos, Jim Hammond was an artificial life form, a synthetic man whose body could engulf itself in flames without being consumed. His powers were the result of a scientific accident involving Professor Phineas T. Horton's attempt to create a fully synthetic human. What makes Jim Hammond particularly fascinating is his role during World War II. He was a founding member of the Invaders, a team that included Captain America and Namor the Submariner. Together they fought against the Axis powers, blending superhero action with historic events, a pioneering concept at the time. The original Human Torch also set the stage for themes of artificial intelligence and sentient androids within Marvel's storytelling. His existence raises questions about humanity, consciousness, and what it means to be truly alive. Interestingly, his android body was later used by Ultron to create the Vision, linking him to key characters in the Avengers lore. Jim Hammond's legacy is a testament to Marvel's innovative storytelling from its very inception, paving the way for complex characters and interwoven narratives. So next time you think of the Human Torch, remember the android who ignited Marvel's journey into the superhero realm. Stan Lee's creative cameos. Now let's shine a spotlight on the legendary Stan Lee, the man behind many of Marvel's iconic heroes. Beyond his role as a writer and editor, Stan Lee became famous for his creative cameos in Marvel movies. But did you know that his appearances might actually be connected within the MCU's narrative framework? In Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2, Stan Lee is seen conversing with the Watchers, a race of beings who observe all events in the universe. This cameo sparked a fan theory that Stan's character is a Watcher informant, tying all his previous cameos together as part of a single ongoing mission. From a FedEx delivery man in Captain America Civil War, Are You Tony Stank?, to a casino high roller in Black Panther, his roles have been diverse yet intriguingly placed. These appearances serve as Easter eggs, delighting fans who anticipate his brief but memorable contributions to each film. Stan Lee's cameos also symbolize his omnipresence in the Marvel Universe, a nod to his role in creating and shaping the characters we love. It's a meta-commentary on storytelling, blurring the lines between creator and creation. Moreover, his involvement in the films ensured that the essence of the original comics was preserved, bridging generations of fans. Stan Lee didn't just build a universe on paper, he became a living part of it on the silver screen. His creative cameos are more than just fun surprises. They're a tribute to his enduring legacy and a celebration of the vast, interconnected world he helped bring to life. Excelsior! Wolverine's mysterious origins and intended backstory. Moving on to one of Marvel's most enigmatic characters, Wolverine. When Wolverine first slashed his way into the Incredible Hulk #180 in 1974, there was a shroud of mystery surrounding his origin. Early on, fans speculated and rumors circulated that Wolverine might actually be a mutated Wolverine evolved into human form, possibly by the High Evolutionary. However, writer Len Wein clarified that Wolverine was always intended to be a human mutant. The confusion stemmed from his codenames, feral attributes, and the lack of a detailed backstory in his initial appearances. This allowed readers to project their theories onto the character. The incremental revelation of Wolverine's past was a deliberate storytelling technique, Significant milestones include the Weapon X program narrative, which detailed the brutal procedures that laced his skeleton with adamantium and erased much of his memory. Then came Origin, 2001 to 2002, a 6-issue series that unveiled his beginnings as James Howlett in late 19th century Canada. Wolverine's complex history, riddled with trauma, memory loss, and a struggle between his humanity and animalistic nature, adds profound depth to his character. It reflects Marvel's expertise in creating multidimensional heroes who grapple with internal and external conflicts. By not revealing everything at once, Marvel kept readers engaged, allowing Wolverine's past to unfold over decades. This approach highlights the storytelling potential of long-form comic narratives and the richness that gradual character development can provide. Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and worthiness. Thor's mighty hammer, Mjolnir, isn't just a weapon, it's a profound symbol of worthiness and honor. Forged from the mythical metal Uru in the heart of a dying star by the dwarven smiths Brokkr and Eitri, Mjolnir was enchanted by Odin so that only those deemed worthy could lift it. But what defines worthiness in the Marvel Universe? It's a philosophical and moral measure rather than one of physical strength. The enchantment assesses the purity of intent, courage, honor, and self-sacrifice of the individual attempting to wield it. Throughout Marvel history, several characters besides Thor have proven worthy. In the mighty Thor number 390, Captain America lifts Mjolnir during a battle, signifying his unassailable integrity. Beta Ray Bill, an alien warrior, not only lifted the hammer in Thor 337, but was also granted his own weapon, Stormbreaker, after proving his valor. Even villains have interacted with Mjolnir under specific circumstances. For instance, in the Axis storyline, an inversion spell alters moral alignments, enabling Loki to lift Mjolnir temporarily. Jane Foster's tenure as Thor introduces another layer where, despite battling cancer, her worthiness stems from her unwavering commitment to doing what's right. The criteria of worthiness add a rich narrative layer, prompting readers to contemplate ethical qualities and the essence of heroism. It also serves as a plot device to explore and develop characters in meaningful ways. Mjolnir is more than a powerful artifact. It's a narrative tool that reinforces the thematic core of Thor's stories and the Marvel Universe at large. So, when faced with Mjolnir, the real question isn't whether you're strong enough to lift it, but whether your heart is true. Captain America's shield composition. Let's delve into the science behind the symbol of freedom, Captain America's shield. Contrary to popular belief, the shield isn't made of pure vibranium. It's actually composed of a unique alloy of vibranium and proto-adamantium, creating a material that has never been duplicated. In the comics, metallurgist Dr. Myron McClane was commissioned by the U.S. government during World War II to develop an indestructible armor. While experimenting, he combined vibranium with a steel alloy. During the process, he fell asleep, and upon waking, discovered that the mixture had fused in an unrepeatable manner due to an unknown catalyst, resulting in the disc-shaped shield we know today. This alloy gives the shield extraordinary properties. It absorbs kinetic energy, rendering it virtually impervious to damage. This is why it can withstand blows from Thor's hammer or deflect bullets without transferring the impact to Cap himself. The shield's unique vibrational absorption also allows for Cap's signature move, throwing it so that it ricochets precisely and returns to him. From a physics standpoint, this defies conventional laws, but within the Marvel Universe, it's attributed to the shield's special properties and Cap's exceptional skill. Understanding the shield's composition enhances our appreciation of its significance, not just as a weapon or defense tool, but as a symbol of innovation and the merging of science and heroism. It's worth noting that attempts to recreate the shield's alloy led to the creation of adamantium, the virtually indestructible metal bonded to Wolverine's skeleton. This link adds another layer to Marvel's interconnected narratives, showcasing how one event leads to another in this intricate universe. Spider-Man's web formula. Swinging over to our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, let's examine the brilliance behind his web shooters. While Peter Parker gained extraordinary abilities from a radioactive spider bite, his web-slinging is a product of his own genius-level intellect. Peter engineered mechanical wrist-mounted devices that could shoot a specially formulated web fluid. This formula is a shear thinning adhesive with incredible tensile strength and flexibility. Upon exposure to air, it solidifies rapidly but degrades after a set time, usually about an hour, to prevent environmental buildup, a testament to Peter's foresight and responsibility. The webbing's properties have been analyzed in various comic arcs, suggesting it can support at least 120 pounds per square millimeter and stretch up to 2.5 times its original length before breaking. These specifications highlight Peter's advanced knowledge in chemistry and engineering. Throughout different storylines, Peter has adapted his web formula to create variations like acid webs, cryo webs, and even magnetic webs to counter specific adversaries or obstacles. This adaptability underscores his innovative thinking and quick problem-solving skills. In the Spider-Man Big Time storyline, Peter works at Horizon Labs, where he further refines his tech, incorporating new features like impact webbing and spider tracers with extended capabilities. Spider-Man's reliance on his inventions, despite his superhuman abilities, emphasizes the importance of intellect and creativity in heroism. It's a reminder that his true power lies as much in his mind as in his spider-enhanced physique. Deadpool's self-awareness. Now let's break all the rules with Deadpool, the merc with a mouth who notoriously shatters the fourth wall. Unlike other characters, Deadpool is fully aware that he exists within a comic book or movie, and he leverages this knowledge to comedic and strategic effect. This self-awareness first emerged in the late 1990s and became a defining trait of the character. Deadpool frequently addresses the reader directly, comments on narrative developments, and even critiques the artwork and writing of his own stories. For instance, in Deadpool #28, he quips about hanging out in limbo between appearances, acknowledging the gaps between his comic issues. In Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, he takes his awareness to a new level by eliminating other characters to free himself from the comic's confines. Deadpool's meta-commentary satirizes comic book tropes, genre conventions, and pop culture, providing a unique blend of humor and critique. It allows for inventive storytelling, as seen when he carries over memories from one reboot to another, or when he discusses the effects of crossover events. In film adaptations, Ryan Reynolds masterfully brings this aspect to life, with Deadpool referencing everything from the studio's budget constraints to other Marvel franchises and even Reynolds' own acting career. This self-referential style challenges traditional narrative structures, making Deadpool a standout character. It adds layers of engagement, inviting the audience to be in on the joke and creating a shared experience that's both entertaining and intellectually stimulating. The Hulk was originally gray. Let's smash some preconceived notions about the Hulk's hue. When the Hulk first appeared in The Incredible Hulk #1 in 1962, he was actually gray, not the familiar green we associate with him today. The decision for a gray Hulk came from Stan Lee, who wanted a color that didn't suggest any particular ethnic group. However, the printing technology of the time had difficulty with the gray coloring, resulting in inconsistent shades, sometimes appearing almost black or with a greenish tint. By issue #2, the creative team decided to change his color to green, which was easier to print consistently. This change inadvertently gave the Hulk his iconic emerald appearance. But Marvel didn't stop there. The Gray Hulk persona was revisited and integrated into the character's mythology. The Gray Hulk resurfaced as Joe Fixit, a morally ambiguous, smarter, and more cunning version of the Hulk who worked as a leg breaker in Las Vegas. This persona represented another facet of Bruce Banner's fractured psyche. The exploration of different Hulk forms, Green Hulk, Gray Hulk, Professor Hulk, Devil Hulk, reflects the complexities of identity, trauma, and psychological struggle. It provides a rich psychological tapestry that delves into dissociative identity disorder and the impact of childhood abuse on Banner's mental state. Understanding the Hulk's color transformations enhances our appreciation for the depth and sophistication of his character development over the years. It shows how creative challenges, like printing issues, can lead to narrative innovations that enrich a character's legacy. Black Panther's Wakanda. Venturing into the hidden world of Wakanda, let's uncover why it's considered the most technologically advanced nation in the Marvel Universe. Debuting in Fantastic Four #52 in 1966, Wakanda was introduced as an isolated African nation untouched by colonialism, preserving its culture and autonomy. Wakanda's advancements stem from its vast reserves of vibranium, a rare, nearly indestructible metal that absorbs sound waves and kinetic energy. The nation has harnessed vibranium not just for weaponry, but for medical technology, transportation, and infrastructure, leading to innovations like energy daggers, hyper-advanced computers, and magnetic levitation trains. What sets Wakanda apart is its synthesis of tradition and technology. The society maintains ancient rituals, spiritual practices, and tribal structures while seamlessly integrating cutting-edge science. This duality challenges conventional depictions of African nations in media, offering a vision of prosperity rooted in cultural identity. Wakanda remained hidden by choice, using cloaking technology and strategic diplomacy to keep its existence a secret. This isolation raises ethical questions within the narrative about global responsibility and the moral implications of withholding advancements that could benefit humanity. T'Challa, as Black Panther and King, often grapples with these dilemmas. Story arcs like Ta-Nehisi Coates' critically acclaimed run delve into the political intricacies of Wakandan society, including debates over tradition versus progress and isolationism versus global outreach. Wakanda's rich world-building provides a backdrop for exploring themes of sovereignty, responsibility, and the potential of uncolonized societies to achieve greatness. It's more than just a setting. It's a character that embodies hope, resilience, and the possibilities of a future where heritage and innovation coexist harmoniously. Iron Man was created as a challenge. Finally, let's unveil the unconventional origins of Iron Man, born out of a creative challenge set by Stan Lee himself. In the backdrop of the Cold War during the 1960s, Lee aimed to create a character that embodied everything anti-war protesters were against: a billionaire industrialist who profits from weapons manufacturing. Tony Stark made his first appearance in Tales of Suspense number 39 in 1963. Conceived as a playboy genius with a heart of, well, iron, Stark is injured by shrapnel from his own weapons and captured by enemy forces. To save his life and escape, he constructs a suit of armor, marking the birth of Iron Man. The genius of this character lies in his evolution. Stark transforms from a symbol of the military-industrial complex into a hero who recognizes the devastating impact of his creations. This internal conflict drives many of his storylines, adding layers of moral ambiguity and personal struggle. One of the most significant arcs is Demon in a Bottle, 1979, where Stark confronts his alcoholism. This candid portrayal of addiction was groundbreaking for its time, adding a raw human element to a superhero narrative. Iron Man also became a platform to explore themes like technological advancement and its ramifications. His suits evolved from bulky armor to sleek nanotech-infused exoskeletons, reflecting real-world technological progress. Stan Lee's challenge to make an unlikable character beloved was a resounding success. Iron Man's popularity soared, eventually becoming the linchpin of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His journey underscores the idea that redemption is possible, and that heroes can emerge from the most unlikely places. And there you have it, the deep cuts and intricate tales that make the Marvel Universe endlessly fascinating. From the pioneering android origins of the Human Torch to the ethical quandaries faced by heroes like Iron Man and Black Panther, these stories remind us why we fell in love with these characters in the first place. Marvel's ability to weave complex narratives that reflect societal issues, personal struggles, and philosophical questions sets it apart in the realm of storytelling. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Marvel lore. If you enjoyed this journey through the multiverse of Marvel's history, don't forget to smash that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe for more expert-level content. Until next time, keep pondering the possibilities and embracing your inner superhero. Excelsior!